Hi, and welcome to the general love reading for February 22nd, 2019. I put these up weekly and every Friday, and I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, this is looking at the next 7 days, the energy, you know, what's going to be going on between you and your person, what's going to be happening between you and your crush, you and your partner, spouse, whatever. But it's also timeless, so whenever you watch this, just apply it to the next 7 days, okay guys? And again, I do upload these every week, so every Friday I put these up, okay? Anyway, guys, you know, yeah, we're going to be looking at what to expect and, you know, what to look for in the next week in love, okay? So let me go ahead and tell you which pile's which. Number 1 is the purple fluorite. Number 2 is the gray bloodstone. Number 3 is the pink rose quartz. Number 4 is the black obsidian. Number 5 is the white opalite, and number 6 is the blue lapis lazuli. So as you are picking your pile, and if you have multiple people in mind, you can pick one for each person. And also, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there aren't any rules about this. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, go ahead and look at both of them, okay? There might be some wisdom in both of them for you, okay? I do want to mention that, you know, these are just general readings for the general public, okay? Even though they might be accurate, they're not going to be in real depth, okay? So do understand that if you need an in-depth reading, I do offer those. You can find out about those in the description below. You can also reach out to me through email, and you know, anything you need to know about me is going to be down there, including the timestamps, okay? Also, if you have a suggestion for a pick a card reading, please leave that in the comments. My communications guy will make sure it gets on my list, okay? And I do consider every single one of your suggestions. There's rarely a suggestion that I'll turn down, and I try to get all of them answered as quickly as possible, but just know that I have a really long list, okay guys? So that said, let's go ahead and get to these readings. Okay, I'm gonna put some of these to the side here so we can focus on each reading alone. Alrighty, those of you who picked the first pile, the purple fluorite heart, here's what you have in store. Okay, so you have the High Priestess, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this looks really good. You have the boat and the coffin, and then you have the Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. Okay, so this is gonna be a really good week. I'm so glad. Sometimes it's difficult when I see weeks that are like, oh, yeah. But this is great. This is gonna be really smooth. First off, this card lets me know that you're going to be needing to use your intuition a little bit more this week, so do try to do that. Even if it's as simple as writing down your dreams, or if it's as simple as maybe just writing down some affirmations, use your intuition somehow this week, because it's going to help. And understand that your person's going to be more intuitive this week as well, okay? You're going to be experiencing an overabundance of happiness when it comes to this relationship. Some of you guys actually might conceive this week. I'm only saying that because this card does stand for conception. I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose a pregnancy, okay? I just wanted to mention that. But this card with the rabbit and the fertility, you know, that's why I'm saying that. You know, but we've got, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, she's got it all together. She's really stable. She's, you know, enjoys luxury and all of that kind of stuff. So things are good. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, so a new project might start between you and your person. You know, the way that I envision it is like maybe the two of you are gonna start like a band together, or maybe you're gonna do some kind of small business together, or maybe it's just you guys are working together to clean out the garage, you know? I mean, it's just that you're gonna be doing something in the material world, okay? It's new, so something new is gonna happen. All right, for those of you, you're gonna find that you're going over your obstacles really easily, okay? The ship also talks about longing. It talks about being slow and steady. So if you are moving at a slow pace, just know that that's the pace that this relationship's supposed to go in, okay? We've got two Earth cards here too, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So right now it's time for slow movement, but that doesn't mean that you're not moving. You are moving forward. That's what this is talking about. This can also describe long distance. It can describe a longing, and it can also describe a trip as well. But the way that I feel that this is talking about is that things are moving kind of slowly but surely, and you're overcoming your obstacles very easily. Okay, so you're gonna find that things are very easy. Now we do have the coffin, okay, and we do have to read it together with the ship, okay? So you're going over obstacles, and something's going to come to an end. Something's going to end that's been one of your obstacles. It's been something that's been in the way, and gosh, it's more than overdue. I mean, I feel like for a lot of you guys, that ending is going to have to do with just some stress. You know, sometimes just events happen like all at once, and you know, I don't know how many people I've talked to that say, you know, oh well, we've had 2 bad things happen, we're waiting for that 3rd thing because they always come in 3s, you know, that kind of thing. I just feel like maybe there's been a cluster of like just weird stuff going on, and that's just gonna come to an end. You're not gonna have to deal with some of that kind of stuff. It's over, okay? Because again, we've got new beginnings too, and when new beginnings come out, they push out the old. So there's something that's gonna come to an end for you guys, but it's a positive thing. I feel it's very positive. It's not a negative thing, okay? And then Gates of Triumph, success expands in your life. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles does talk about material expanse, okay? So there's that. The High Priestess is all about expanding your consciousness, you know, becoming aware of what is usually kind of pushed down in the unconscious and the semi-conscious mind, right? So you're going to be successfully expanding in all areas in your relationship this week, okay? And again, you know, I do want to mention that this is also for your person too, okay? This energy is what's going on between the two of you. So between the two of you, you're going to be very successful, okay? Between the two of you, things are going to be fine. You know, any kind of obstacles in the relationship are going to be gotten over really easily. You know, between the two of you, you're going to start something new. So I do want to kind of stress that just in case I wasn't clear about that. But again, this is the next 7 days, okay? Tune in next week to find out how your next week's gonna go. But this week feels really solid. It feels really easy. So, boy, and if this stuff's gonna, you know, been going on, it looks like you really are overdue for it. All right, those of you who picked the gray Bloodstone, here is what your week is gonna be like. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and move this over. We also have the 5 of Swords. We have the Bridge. We have the Fox. And we have Journey by Moonlight. This is Believe in Magic. All right, guys. Gotta address this. You know, we have some difficulty at the beginning of your week, okay? And this might actually end up going on for all 7 days. You know, I hate giving bad news, but this is the way it is. There's going to be some grief, some strife. There might be some I feel like there's an ego issue involved, and it could be on your end or your person's end. You know, I'm not getting that it's definitely one way or the other. It could be on both ends, but I feel like there's this kind of power struggle maybe. I don't feel like it's real unhealthy, but I do feel like there's going to be some kind of power struggle. It's going to be kind of difficult for the two of you, okay? Understand that there's going to be something that there's going to be a point this week where you feel like you've lost something in the relationship, okay? There's going to be a point, and that's going to feel really terrible. It's not going to feel good, okay? But you still have a lot more to explore in this relationship. I don't feel like it's over. No, not at all. You have more to explore. You guys, you know, might be going through some, you know, bickering, stuff like that. But the ultimate thing here is a Page of Wands is coming up, letting you know you guys are going to continue to move forward. You're going to continue to take action, and you're probably going to get some action too, because this also has to do with sexuality as well. So understand that even though there's some hurdles here this week, you are going to be fine, okay? I'm not getting a big breakup or anything like that. And we do have a bridge, you know. Understand that this could actually make the relationship this week as far as making it, you know, more positive. Understand that when you have issues, like 5 issues, you know, go through a lot of changes, go through some strife there, one of the best things you can do is try to bridge that gap, because misunderstandings, grief, you know, that those kinds of feelings happen when there's a break in understanding one another. Okay, so one thing that you can do is really understand each other. And understand that we're not all perfect, okay? The fox comes up, you know, sometimes it can represent deception, okay? And understand, if we've got ego issues, it could be self-deception, okay? I'm not saying that your person's lying to you, okay? I actually don't feel like that's going on. You know, well, not anything, you know, more than maybe normal stuff that people lie about. Like, for example, I might tell my partner, like, oh yeah, I cut my hair and it's perfect, you know, and maybe it's not actually perfect, but, you know, I'm just trying to reach for something really quick, you know, to explain. You know, I mean, I don't feel like there's any major deception going on, is what I'm trying to say. Understand also that your person, you know, with this ego stuff, or you, okay, remember this could be on your end too. There might be a little bit of manipulation going on. I don't feel like it's unhealthy, like toxic manipulation, but I do feel like there's this like area of kind of like using something to kind of get what you want. You know, that happens in relationships. That's normal. It's just when that happens in excess that it becomes like absolutely toxic, you know. So just understand that, you know. I mean, this manipulation could actually speak towards, you know, for example, something sexual. It could be like, oh, you buy a lingerie that you want to wear for your person, and that's what this is talking about, and you bridge the gap that way by, you know, coming together physically. I mean, I'm just trying to give you examples of how this doesn't necessarily have to be toxic, because I'm not getting that toxic feeling from this. And then we've got believe in magic. You know, sometimes this can be a little bit difficult to explain as a reader when we get like things like magic or, you know, stuff like that, because it seems so so much part of a fantasy world, right? The way that I see it is believe in the power of manifestation, and believe that, you know, there's something, you know, when we look at this and we see a fairy and a little elf and you know, we see this little, you know, Pan character playing the flutes, you know, understand that this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see fairies this week, right? What this means is that there are things beyond the surface that we can't perceive that go on in nature, right? That we can't explain, we can't perceive them. You know, one way to help understand nature is to personify it in these little characters, okay? And that's what many cultures have been doing for generations, right? Believing in magic is more about understanding that there are things beyond the surface that are working together to bring the two of you guys together, to make sure the two of you stay glued in, and all of that kind of stuff. And it's also believe in the magic that you have in yourself to manifest what you want, okay? That's what this card's all about. Right, guys, so I'm real sorry that, you know, it doesn't look like it's going to be the best week, but you do have some positive things here with this bridge and with this, just believe in this situation. And you guys, I mean, you still have that fire there, okay? There's definitely an attraction and passion there, okay? You're not going to lose that. Right, guys? Just know that next week, you know, I'll be posting another video, so you can check back and see how things have changed. All right. Hi. Those of you who picked pile number 3, the Rose Quartz Heart. We have, wow, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. We've got the home, we've got direction, and we have wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. Okay, I kind of need to pause a little bit to kind of digest this, because this looks like a lot of, this might be actually too fast, you know, a lot of movement forward, okay? the King of Cups, you know, somebody is going to be expressing their feelings this week, okay? The person that you have on your heart, the person that you have in your mind, either they're going to be expressing themselves or it's going to be you. The thing that I think is the most important thing here is that the person who's expressing themselves is doing it in a very mature way, okay? Very calm, very mature. So if you're the kind of person that feels a little frazzled sometimes when you feel really strongly, no, it's your person, okay? Because really, this person's like very calm, very, very in their, like a master of their emotions, you know, or at least that's the way it looks on the outside, you know, and they're going to be telling you how they feel, you know, or it might be you. And that's still a positive step forward. Now what I'm getting is for most of you, somebody's going to really need to talk to you in this relationship. So that's going to be your person wanting to talk to you. So communication should be open this week, okay? And then we have the Page of Pentacles. You know, they want to offer you something solid, okay? They want something solid. So I feel very strongly that these two pages represent your person more than it represents the viewer, okay? You guys might still want to manifest things in the physical world. You guys might need to communicate too, but I feel like it's important to mention that this is your person that wants to do this too, okay? I feel like that's important. This sharing of feelings, you know, this feels like it could be either you or your person, but either way, this, you know, this increase in communication and like mental clarity, and then this, you know, wanting to really make things more solid, this is, you know, this is there too, and this wouldn't be there if there wasn't that emotion there too, okay? So I do want to mention that, you know, your person's feeling it too, even if you don't hear it directly from them. So when we talk about the home, we talk about that intimate life, okay? We also talk about family. Those of you who are inquiring about a spouse, okay? That would be your spouse. It would be talking about your family unit. But for most of you guys, this is going to be representing that intimate spot, that intimate place. You know, this would be like inviting somebody into your room, you know? Being in a place where you are able to share in private, okay? And then we have the compass, which is showing you that you're moving in the right direction, okay? You're definitely moving in the right direction. So I really feel like in matters of the heart, you guys are going to be really, really on the same page, okay? And understand that if there's anything that feels a little bit weird this week, like, oh, I don't know if I should do that or not, or whatever. As long as it's authentic, as long as it's coming from your true self, then that's what you're supposed to do, because you're on the right path. This is letting you know, yes, you're on the right path. This is what's supposed to be happening. Walk in beauty. Basically, you're going to have a beautiful week. You're going to be, you know, getting some things on all levels, you know, from your person. It does feel like it's going to be pretty easy. And all of that good stuff. So do understand that, you know, this kind of walk-in beauty card is really just telling you, just enjoy it, you know, enjoy this while it's going on, because, you know, things change, you know, the world can't always be happy and perfect all the time, but this week's going to be pretty close. All right, guys, so you're going to be fine. All right, those of you who picked the Black Obsidian Heart, this is what your relationship's going to be like. Wow. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, we've got the Fool, the Sun, the Tree, and Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. All right, so you guys have, you're going to have a pretty intense week. When it comes to love, your relationship, and all of that kind of stuff. We've got some kind of plans, you know. I feel like this came up last week too, or maybe it came up in Monday's general reading. So if you got this then, and you also are getting this now, just know it's a continuation of the same thing. There's going to be some plans made in the future. This isn't in the now, but you guys will be talking about it this week, okay? So there's just some plans in the future, and you're both excited about it, okay? I just feel like it's exciting, and it's something you guys are going to share together, and that's something you're going to be talking about, okay? We've got the Ace of Swords, so we've got either new communication or we've got some new ideas coming, okay? I don't feel like this is, you know, negative in any way. You know, sometimes swords can bring like kind of cutting stuff and all of that kind of stuff. I feel like this is a very positive new communication, it's like a new channel is opening. And that channel is going to allow for more ideas to flow and for better communication between the two of you this week, okay? And then we've got the Fool. So you guys are gonna, you know, we've got new stuff coming twice here. So you're gonna be starting like some kind of new journey with your person, okay? So those of you who are asking about a spouse, you know, for example, some of that like stuff that, you know, was happening at the very beginning of your relationship is going to kind of come back. You're going to feel really renewed in that situation. For those of you who are asking, you know, about, you know, a crush or somebody that you've been dating or maybe a really close friend or something like that, this is basically saying, you know, you guys are going to start something new this week. So that's, you know, looks really positive, especially with these ideas flowing. And oh my goodness, you've got the Sun. So this lets me know two things. First off, you guys are going to be real happy this week. And second, there's going to be a lot of light being shined on things. And that light is going to reveal some things that maybe you haven't been aware of previously. So this could be, for example, light's going to be shown on your emotions. Light might be shown on some hidden aspects of the relationship that you haven't been aware of until now, you know, that kind of thing. We also have the tree, though, so we have to kind of read these together. So it's like you're going to be happy because you're growing, you're going to be happy because you're healthy, your relationship's going to feel really healthy, okay? And you're going to be happy because you just feel like this, I mean, it's like, you know, with the rainbow, it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's like you're going to feel like things are all even and balanced, and you're going to see that you guys have a future together. Like, you're not going to have to wonder. You're going to know. I mean, part of that, you know, especially if you're planning something, you know, later on, obviously you have some kind of future together, but it's like you're going to know that this is a real solid foundation with you. You've got your roots, you know, very strong, and then you're branching out as well. You know, it's like you guys are like an living organism, and it's, you know, it just feels really happy, really positive, okay? With this Mystic Healer, just understand, one or both of you is in pain, okay, for something that, and I don't feel like it necessarily has to do with the relationship. In fact, for most of you, it's not going to have to do with the relationship. But I just feel like, you know, one or both of you have been going through some times. It's just been kind of hard. And understand that if it's you, your person is sending you healing energy, okay? You know how sometimes people say, you know, will you pray for me or send me some good vibes or things like that? Your person's doing that. They're thinking about you. You're on their heart. You're on their mind, okay? And they're hoping that things are going to get better in that area, okay? I don't feel like this is in the relationship, though. I feel like this is just another struggle. And understand also that if your person's going through that kind of stuff and you've been having them on your heart and on your mind and sending them, you know, positive energy and all of that, you are helping to heal the situation. Understand that there is some kind of meaningful thing that happens when we set those intentions, okay? And just this card is coming up to let you know that is having an effect. And understand that if you're not the one, or if you are the one that's going through this, that your person is trying to help you out by, you know, they're worried about you, they're concerned about you, they hope that you're gonna be fine, and they're willing to help you through that. Okay, that's another thing with this, is that your person would be very happy to help you sort through it if that's something that you need. Okay. So yeah, we've got some really meaningful experiences here, you know. I don't feel like this week's going to be particularly eventful. I mean, yeah, the new thing, yeah, but I just feel like it's going to be really nice and calm and happy as far as your relationship goes, okay? Right. Hi, those of you who picked number 5, the white opalite. We have Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Chariot, the Choice. Okay, these are the two paths. We've got the Lilies, and we have Surrendering to the Journey, Release Control. All right, guys. So, okay, so the Eight of Cups is all about moving away from like negative feelings that aren't serving you anymore. It also can represent moving away from relationships that don't serve you. Because this is within a relationship reading, though, I don't feel like this is talking about moving away from the relationship, because we also have the Chariot that's like moving forward, right? The only way that this makes sense, if it's actually like an ending to a relationship, is that somebody in this relationship has decided they're going to end one relationship so they can move forward in another. Okay, that's the only thing that could mean. Otherwise, okay, but either way, it's going to be good because we've got the wish fulfillment here. Okay, but let me go ahead and get back to the general message. The general message here is that if you're not, you really need to move past some like negative feelings, okay? So if you're feeling afraid, if you're feeling nervous and all of that kind of stuff, I understand that stuff's really natural and it's like a matter of body chemistry and all of that kind of stuff. I get that. But understand that those feelings aren't serving you in the situation. You've got to move towards happiness, joy, love, and abundance, and those kinds of feelings, gratitude, stuff like that. Again, we've got some wish fulfillment this week, okay? So some of the things that you've been wanting to happen are going to start happening, and we know that also because we've got the Chariot, we've got a major arcana card coming up saying you are going to be moving forward, okay? We do have a choice, so again, there might be, you know, leaving one relationship to be in another, okay? So we do have a choice, and I feel like the choice also has to do with either sexuality or purity. It's like the choice has to do with like wanting to be pure in this relationship, or wanting to be, you know, it could just be the choice to be sexually intimate. The lilies represents sexuality, okay? It represents sexual energy, so there is going to be a lot of sexual energy here this week. And understand, though, that you do have a choice about whether or not you want to engage in that, and you also have a choice about whether or not you want to keep this relationship pure. I wish I could get more specific, but since this is such a general reading and it applies to so many people, that's all I really feel comfortable saying, because I'm not getting any extra information about that. And then we've got Surrender to the Journey, Release Control. If you've been trying to make something happen and it's just not been working out, or if you've been trying to affect some kind of change in this relationship, instead of trying so hard, just acknowledge that it's going to come on its own, because we do have that just natural moving forward, and we also have the wish fulfillment with the cups, okay? So we do have a little bit of difficulty in leaving behind something that's not serving you anymore, okay? And we do have some difficulty in making this choice, but I think you're going to be able to move forward with a lot of confidence, and the choice should be easy to make. You know, and we do have some positive, you know, we've got relationship energy here with the cups, we've got sexual energy here, so there's definitely passion, there's definitely emotions here, you know. I really feel like the release and control is almost like, you know, like the universe is saying, hey, let me take care of this, you don't have to worry about this, we'll get this taken care of. So that's what to expect in the next 7 days, guys. You can always come back next Friday for another look. Okay, those of you who picked the blue Lapis Lazuli, let's go ahead and look at your, wow. We've got the Sun, we've got Justice, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, we've got the Anchor, and we've got the Birds. Okay, and we have Protected by Angels, you're cherished by the angels. Oh, this is a really nice one here. Okay, so you're gonna have a really happy week, okay? And I also feel like, you know, the sun shines light on things. We also have Justice, which has to do with truth. So you're gonna be accumulating more knowledge. You're gonna be kind of getting to the heart of matters in your relationship, okay? We have the Knight of Swords. This is like a fast-moving message. Somebody wants to contact you. Somebody wants to talk to you. And I feel like this is going to be your person. One thing that can come through sometimes when you've got the Knight of Swords energy is that there might come a time this week where one of you really needs to get a hold of the other person. So make sure that you're receptive to that, okay? Because like this is like an urgent message. It's like urgent communication. So make sure that you're available if hold of you in like maybe an emergency or something. I'm not getting that an emergency is going to happen because we have justice in the sun, okay? This is you know, you guys are fine. We've got protected by angels too, which we'll get to. But it's gonna feel like, oh, they really need to talk to you about something. Maybe they're gonna share something really great with you, and if they don't get a hold of you, then they'll be disappointed that they can share that or something like that, you know. But I'm just getting this very quick message. You guys are so anchored down here in your relationship. You really, it's almost like, oh, you're stuck with each other, you know. You're gonna find that this person is gonna be really reliable this week, and they'll find you reliable as well, okay? One thing that's not so great is that we do have chatter, okay? Now, there might be something positive that people need to chatter about, right? Maybe you guys have just gotten engaged and you're telling people, and they're all like, ooh, guess what? Those two people are getting engaged. They're gonna get married, you know, and all of that. But this can also represent gossip too. So be aware of what you're telling people, because I do feel like people are gonna be really wanting to talk about you. You know, I get an impression that some of you guys that are watching are, you know, you guys have a relationship at work, and it's like people kind of pick up on it and they're kind of speculating and things like that. So do be aware of that, but just know that when we get the anchor and the birds together, what we've got is you guys are still anchored together, even though there's like a larger community around you, okay? This can also be just like I said at the beginning when we were talking about like maybe announcing an engagement or something like this. This can also be just sharing positive news with friends. The chatter, you know, doesn't have to necessarily be negative or positive. It's just people are going to be wanting to talk about you guys, all right? And then you are cherished by the angels. I think it's really important to know that there's this kind of indescribable something more that's pushing you along, helping you guys along. In your case, you guys do have a very powerful soul connection, which keeps the two of you kind of in tune with one another. Trust that and know that there's a reason the two of you guys are together. Now, I do want to mention, I think there's a reason that we meet everybody in our life, even the people that we don't remember the next day, right? But it feels like this relationship's really is, you know, really special. It's meant to happen right now, so you're in the right place, and that you're being taken care of by the universe. The universe is trying to make this happen, and it's like the universe is rooting for you guys. All right, guys? Okay, so thank you so much for sticking till the end of my video. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the feedback and, you know, the subscribes and the comments and everything. It really helps me. It gives me direction. It helps me know that I'm doing a good job. It also helps me know when I'm not doing such a good job, you know. If you want to give me any kind of feedback but you don't feel comfortable sharing that in a public space, you know, my email's in the description. You can get a hold of me directly. And also, you know, the free readings that I do here on YouTube, they are general readings. If you want something more personalized, more in-depth, I do offer multiple reading packages for people of all different kinds of, you know, prices. So you should be able to find one that fits your budget and all of that. If you do need to get a hold of me, just know that I do offer those, okay? So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday in our next general pick a card reading.